Hi everyone, this is John Corley at Plant-Based Life, and quick video to follow up from the two I did over the last couple of days. One was on immunity, the other one was on mindful movement and exercise. And now I'm going to talk about how remaining calm is so important in times of crisis, and in challenging times like we're facing right now in the midst of the whole COVID-19 outbreak worldwide, which is causing countries to go into lockdown, and certain parts of Australia, like areas, Sydney, Bondi Beach closed down, and other places closed down. And I think a lockdown is probably imminent for Australia. We don't know when, but I'm sure it's going to come reasonably soon. Okay, that's what everybody's saying. A lot of the places where I work, where I teach Pilates, do group exercise and other things, they're already cutting down their class schedules and saying that they may be threatened with closure, and so I think it's imminent and it's coming. All right, so now before I go into the subject matter of this about keeping calm, there's one important thing I want to make very clear. I'm not playing down the seriousness of the situation that the world is facing right now. Far from it. Like everybody, we're all concerned for the welfare of every person on this planet, and everyone that's affected by this. And there's been a lot of people affected already, and some people have caught this and have been very ill. Other people have had family members who've sadly passed away. So this is terrible, and we're very compassionate, and we want to make sure that everyone knows that we're here, fully with, trying to, I'm doing these to support and give people something to keep them strong in these times, okay? Because I feel there's a lot of fear out there, and rightly so, because of what's been going on. We wouldn't be human if we didn't feel some fear. When you've got family members, and I've got a young son, and you see these things going on in the world, you can't not be concerned, okay? But at the same time, it's really not beneficial for any of us to be overcome by this fear and get bombarded by media giving us all the negative stories constantly. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be aware of what's going on in the world, right? What's going on even local, really. It's more important to be aware of what's going on local to where you live and your local community, and support the people around you and your local community. That's more important. But also in a situation like this, it's good to be aware, but not to be constantly bombarded by negative news, because that's going to make you live in fear. It's going to lower your immunity, and it's going to stop you from being able to keep calm. So some methods to keep calm when all this is going on, okay? I mentioned them the other day. Movement, meditation. I can't speak highly enough of meditation. Breath work. Just stop. Any time during the day, take 6 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose, all the way down to your diaphragm, all the way back out. Take about 6 to 8 seconds to breathe in, 6 to 8 seconds to exhale it. You can do more than that, but 6 has been scientifically proven to be a number of deep breaths like that will reset your emotional state and get you a bit more balanced, if you're facing stressful times. I actually do the Wim Hof method, which is a different style of breathing. I do lots of different breath work, but the Wim Hof method I do every day. That's where you do 30 quick breaths, 3 rounds of it, quick inhales, exhales, and then you basically have cold shower after, and I've been doing that for a few years, and I find it amazing. There's many scientific studies on that for boosting your immunity, helps you keep calm, helps you with anxiety, But with that being said, one word of caution with the Wim Hof method, if you are interested in that, if you've got any symptoms of a cold or a flu or anything, the cold showers are advised not to be done, because if your immune system is trying to fight an infection already, it's already working hard, and when you go into that cold shower, it is initially a stress on the body. Short-term stress on the body is very beneficial, and that's what strengthens your immune system, but not when it's already fighting an infection. It can be an extra stressor it doesn't need and hinder you fighting the infection. So you need to know. But look, learn more about Wim Hof. Go to Wim Hof, the Iceman, there's a Vice documentary about him. He's got websites, he's got free tutorial, a video tutorial that teaches you his method. He does that for free. You can learn his method if you want to, okay? But I mentioned the other day, doing yoga, doing any kind of mindful movement, but also just to remain calm, as much as you can. Like, just take those deep breaths, go for a walk, read a book, do whatever you can. There's a lot going on. I know people have got financial stresses. I've got them myself, work's gonna slow down. It may even stop completely. I'm on the verge of losing, all my work, all studios with what's going on. I also, separate to, teaching Pilates and what I do, I also obviously do my food coaching and everything else with plant-based life, but I also DJ as well. It's something I've done for a long time. Music is another passion of mine, but all venues are stopping that. But then I know people in many different industries now that are being threatened with losing their jobs. So it's going to be tough times, there's no doubt about that. But again, we've got to try and remain calm, and these are some of the tools you can use to remain calm, and as I mentioned the other day in the video I did the other day, look after your loved ones, look after the people closest to you, do the best you can. And as I said the other day, I'll say it again, don't worry about things outside of your control. Just be concerned about the things you can control. Everything else you can't. But whether you do meditation or not, try and learn some meditation mindfulness techniques. Me and my wife, we do the TM, we do transcendental meditation. Been doing that for about 12 years. You're supposed to do it twice a day, 20 minutes a day. Don't always get the time to do it twice a day, but now with these lockdowns coming and everything else, we might have no issues getting in meditation twice a day, or even more actually. I think we'll be meditating as much as we possibly can, or in getting others, in telling others to do it as well, because if you can put some positive thoughts into your meditations and just really just put them out to the universe, it has an effect, believe me. It's all energy. Everything works on energy on this planet, and I believe if we have masses of people putting out positive energies, that does have an overwhelming positive effect on the world, no doubt about it. Okay guys, so look, so but like I said earlier in this video, I don't want anyone to think we're not respecting the true urgency of what's going on in the world. Believe me, we are. But again, I don't believe it's beneficial if everybody starts coming online and just talking about fear and talking about things that's going to make everyone scared. I think we need more positive info going out there, and we need people to stay strong, and to reach out for support, to anyone who's around you when you need it, and just stay strong. Try and incorporate mindfulness practices, and just everyone take care of yourselves, and remember, peace, movement and plants.